Welcome back to The Narrative. I'm your storyteller, Calistra Faria. Grenada to host the 51st CARIFTA Games. Grenada actually won that bid. The games will be held next year, but Grenada won the bid against Trinidad and Tobago. And joining me on the program now is Conran Francis. He's the president of the Grenada Athletics Association to talk to me about our preparations and what we're anticipating will happen when we do host the games next year, March 30th to April 1, 2024. Welcome to the program, Conrad.
Good morning, Calistra, and morning to all your listeners, both locally and in the region and in the diaspora.
Well, you know, the last time you were here, you said to me, we're
Morning
bidding
to
for
all.
this, we're bidding for this, and we want to do this. And now we've successfully won the bid. It's 16-4 against Trinidad and Tobago. That must have been very satisfying, very gratifying.
Yes, it was because we really wanted to host these games, and in order for us to win the bid, we had to pull all our stocks up. It was a very good presentation, and as I said before, that was just the beginning. I mean, winning the bid, yes, we had to get government support. We had to make sure that we had the support of the whole nation in this. But so that was in April. We won the bid, but we are now in November, almost in December, and between we were hard at work. I mean, so we are at the stage now where we were able to launch the games yesterday. And the work has begun, and we are almost at the halfway stage. We are only 159 days away from the start of the games. So the countdown has truly started.
Because our work is not just to prepare the best team we can prepare for the games, but we are the hosts, so we're in charge of everything. What have you spent the last few months since April to now, the launch of the games happening in St. George's, GRENADA St. George's on Wednesday? During those few months, what have we been doing? What did we have to do to get ourselves to this point where we could see we're launching the games?
Well, a lot of work was put in. A lot of work was put in. First of all, we had to form our association is the overarching body. But if you follow big games like that,
What association? Because your internet just dropped out there a little bit. What association you said you had to form?
the Grenada Athletics Association is the overarching body. We are the owners actually of the games, together with NACA, the North and Central American Caribbean Confederation. We have to form a local organizing committee. That is the body that will be responsible for all the organization of the games. So that was the first step that we had to take. And that committee was formed, and it is chaired by one of our outstanding female administrators in the country, which is Vida Bruno Victor. And there are many, mainly committees like the accommodation, we're talking, but accreditation, we're talking about transportation, we're talking about service ambassadors, we're talking about the protocol, we're speaking about ceremonies. So all these committees. So it's a broad-based organization. And what we have done is try to pull people from all walks of life on these people, from businessmen, from entertainers, accountants, you name it. It's a broad-based organization. with their subcommittees, and each committee is working hard to ensure that they meet the terms of reference, because each committee chair will have their terms of reference, and they are working towards that. They have submitted their plans, they have submitted their budget, and work. A lot of meetings, some go way into the night after 11, 12 o'clock. But we are working hard to ensure that we deliver the best games as we possibly can, as we had promised in the bid. So, as I said before, we are now at the stage where we were able to launch the games yesterday and announce to the world that we are ready for hosting the games. Here are our plans. These are the things that we have achieved thus far. This was proper execution and implementation of the games.
A very key aspect of all of this would be the facilities for the athletes, the competition track, the training track, the athletes' village. We are anything special happening there? We have a world-class track right there at Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Are we on track? Are we ready to go with those things? Or any last-minute things that we still need to fix with things like that?
As I mentioned earlier, we have the support of government. I mean, we could not go to the Bahamas last year and present a bid without the support of government. As a matter of fact, that's one of the criteria for bidding. So government has promised to resurface the track, and that is in stream. Excuse. The track is going to be resurfaced, or some finished, either the last week in January or the first week in February. February is the deadline. So everything is going as planned in terms of that aspect of it. The track, the inside, and also the warm-up track will be redone. All the contracts have been signed, and the company is ready to go. It will take approximately about 6. So we are very hopeful that this will be done before the games.
And over 700 athletes are expected in St. George's for the games next year.
Yeah, I would say 700 athletes and officials.
Okay, so the teams,
Officials
not just the
accompanying
athletes, but the team. So the teams that you're
the
expecting
teams.
would
The teams.
just over
So we
700.
probably would have approximately 500 athletes. So additionally, we would have hundreds of people coming to Grenada for the games as spectators, as fans, right, supporting their teams, because people love to come to Grenada. I mean, since we won the bid, there have been a plethora of questions, of investigation, people wanting accommodation. Right? So one of the things we have been doing is to for these people, because they are coming to Grenada. They love to come to Grenada. Right? I mean, you have to remember that this is the third time that we are hosting the games. And on the 2 previous occasions, the people enjoyed themselves so much. They couldn't believe that Grenada, a small, tiny island like us, could put on a games of that magnitude and be that successful. And also the hospitality of this world. And people just cannot get enough of it. We had the president of the North and Central American region yesterday at the launch, and he boldly announced yesterday that Grenada is one of his favorite places. It's something about Grenada every time he steps out of the plane that just captivates him. And that has been the
Not
sentiment
from
of a
guests who
lot
appear here on
of
the narrative. Yes, people love
our
Grenada.
sporting fans in the region.
So we are all ready to go. What about our team? Because it would be lovely if we can host it and win it.
Yes, our team, we have started preparation. Um, and I want to point out that preparation starts here. The structure of our track and field in Grenada is based hugely in our school system and also our clubs. And over the last decade or so, we've had areas. So training starts there. That's where it is. Okay, so we try to facilitate as much as possible the those activities. Yeah, but apart from that, we started about about 6 weeks ago, right? Where we have our athletes come to the national stadium every Saturday. We've had Lasaches in St. David's, and for the last couple of weeks we did not have because of other activities that we have. For example, so that's one form of preparation where we bring the team together on a Saturday. But I want to stress that the bulk of the training is done from Monday to Saturday or to Friday with the coaches at the schools and clubs and in the communities. That's where it is. But everything is going well as planned with that. Then we suppose we are have a camp planned for December. We're having some challenges with that, but we hope that we are able to overcome it. Um, then we continue the training, and right after
What
intercall,
kind of challenge are you having with the athletics camp in December?
in terms of usually we do this first camp at Nulo. However, Nulo has just refurbished a huge part of their facility, and I don't think it has been used as yet. So we have been informed by the administrators of that organization that we would not be able to get the facility for for that purpose.
So it's a venue. So it's a venue issue. You need to find a new venue between now and camp date. Okay.
Yeah, and another facility that we use is the National Stadium to house that. But again, the cricket facility, the National Stadium, would be under repair at that point in time. So it will be. It seems that we have some difficulty in really obtaining that facility to host the camp. So as I said, these are some of the challenges that we are that this happens. Another aspect of our preparation is we have what are called developmental meets, and we have 5 of those starting from October to January. We've already had 2 of those, and we have the third one this Saturday morning at the National Stadium. So athletes cannot train without competition, and we are very cognizant of that. So we are providing the competition with the skills, gauge themselves as to where they are in terms of their preparation for the season.
And so as time goes by and we get closer to the game, I look forward to having you on so we can continue to update the nation on this. It's also important for tourism as well, based on what you said. Sports tourism is going to get a boost out of the hosting of the CARIFTA Games here in St. George's next May into April 1st. So I want to thank you so much for joining me on The Narrative, and good luck with your planning. You seem to have it well in hand. I hope that it continues to go as smoothly
But
as
Kalisha,
it should be. Go
if I
ahead.
may just say one last thing,
Go ahead.
um, we want to also encourage the media, and you have been doing a very good job in terms of promoting our activities and our sports. But we want to see the media getting more involved, be proactive. Do slides on it, carry it on your media, show the athletes in training, and let's all work together in a collaborative effort to ensure that the Games is a success.
Hear, hear. And I hope that they hear that message. I will take my cameras down to see you and your athletes very soon. Thanks so much for being on.
Okay, thank you
Uh,
very much.
all right, thank you. This is The Narrative. I'm your storyteller, Callistra Fario, speaking there to Conrad Francis, who is the president of the Grenada Athletics Association, and Grenada hosting for the fourth time the CARIFTA Games, which will take place next year, March 31st into March 30 into April 1st. And over 700 people making up teams from across the region expected to be here for the games March 30th to April 1. And Grenada, of course, winning the bid last April in the Bahamas against Trinidad, 16-4 against Trinidad and Tobago. We look forward to hosting CARIFTA Games here in the Spice Isle. More when we come back.